Hey, I'm in the great outdoors today, and I thought since it's such a nice day, might as well go outside and craft, right? So, in the other crafting video, I was showing you how to like felt appendages and felt the skin onto a core, and with this one, I started felting the roving. Well, not roving, but the fiber felt. And so you kind of have this like segmented arm here. I didn't put the skin on it yet because I said on this video we're going to work on getting the face some character. Now, when doing this, it's pretty precision based, but it's not necessarily without. It can be spontaneous as well, so it doesn't necessarily mean you can't just decide, hey, you know what, I want to work on a face. What you do, what I like to do is when you're punching into the felt, a lot of times what will happen is you'll create these forms. They go up, they go down. When you indent, it's like sculpting, so you'll see you'll already see it start to make a face, right? Like, this is the nose, these are the eyes. This already has like a seam that looks like a smile, and you can already kind of tell, like, just by looking at it, based on sculptural, your understanding of sculpture. The eyes line up with the ears, nose, the bottom of the nose line up with the bottom of the ears, eyebrow ridge lines up with the top of the ears, and so you'll start to see the dynamics of the face already. And so when you're felting, what I do is, when making a face, is I just start deciding what I want, what kind of face I want, and then I cut out the felt. We use deep blue eyes, right? So I kind of mark how much room I have here from one side of the face to the other side of the face here. Bring it down. So within this formation, we're going to make two eyes. And you kind of work on the kind of eyes you want: almond eyes, sad eyes. Like, flip it around and kind of see how expressive do you want them to be. And then you want them to be kind of like an equal size, unless one is like giving you a lot of attitude or something. And also, when you're cutting them out, make sure you understand that you're going to be felting it in. It's going to be compacting. It's going to be shrinking up a little bit on the edges. So even if you're like, well, this eye is kind of huge, you will be punching in the corners of it. So I took this piece, cut it out, beep. We're going to kind of go like this and cut it out around it. Now I realize that some people like to draw and then do it like that. I don't really have to, because felt that, like, when it sits on top of each other, it doesn't really move around. Plus I got these fabric cutting scissors that are pretty good, and nothing really scoots around with it. I always keep my little scraps. See, now I have 2 pieces. I always keep my scraps because I can use them always for accenting or patching holes or whatever, what have you. Alright. See if I can. Can I give you an idea here? Let's see. I'm just placing it on the face. So, like, right? Look like that, look like it's spaced decently apart. I know like traditionally you're supposed to have like an eye in between each eye, right? So like that's the norm of like anatomy. So, but these eyes are going to be pretty big and they'll be expressive, and I don't think we really need to go full on proper anatomy route when I'm doing like an Elven type character. Got my little clover red needle here. What I'm going to start doing is just tacking down the eye in areas that, here, let's see if you can. I don't want it to look too alien, but like a lot of times, like girls, you know, when they do that cat eye, it does look very alien. I'm gonna try to fix her out so she doesn't look so alien. Now, as I said before, for this specific project, I'm using all recycled materials. So this is the eco-fill, and then I also am using a pack of other recycled materials. Can you see what I'm doing here? And this stuff blends. I always talk about the blending because it really it's that finished touch at the end. It's like how well you can blend the material together, right? And this stuff blends well enough. Like if you really work at it, it blends well enough. You'll have a good looking character. But if you use like really heavy, thick, hard punching needles. This is a red. I don't know. Like some people are really sticklers about which needles you use. I'm not so much, because I think like if you, as long as you work at it and you give it the attention it needs, then it'll work out. But some people are about efficiency. They use like 5, 6, 7 needles, different types of needles for different finishes and things like that. But I think that works best with actual 100% wool. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm punching along the edge. I'm basically tacking it in to where I want it here. And hopefully you can see it okay so far. I'm in the bright sunlight. Actually, when I look at the screen, it's so bright that all I see is like a barely any image. So I really can't tell too much if you can see it perfectly or not. So I'm slowly working my way to the center. I'm just working from the outside in. You can see it's tacked on. It's not coming off. And we're ready for you to keep moving with it. Some people I've seen actually just kind of go around and they get like a patch of like 100% wool roving, and they'll make the shape and they'll felt it on and they'll do stuff like that. I think this technique of just like doing the skins is just as good. You get an even coat. That's like when they ball up a little piece of alpaca fur or wool and then felt it on, it isn't always 100%. Oh, excuse me. Isn't always 100%. Like, I guess, and it's like coverage. So you see that? My other eye flew with it. Ah, there it is. Okay. So you can see the difference here. Like, you just take one of these, you kind of piece out, and you have them both be comparable sizes, and you kind of set up where you want to put it. And then when you felt it on, you know, it ain't going anywhere. It's part of the face. It's her face, you know. So that really does look like an alien. We'll keep working on it. It should be alright. I did have, her head was really floppy at first, and so like it wouldn't stand up straight at all. So I gave her this like little necklace, so it'll stand up straight every once in a while. I did want her to be kind of marionette-y and be like, you know, but So what I'll do here is put the rest of the eye on here, this eye. Kind of line them up. Line them up so okay, that looks good. I'm trying to fix it so you can see. Yeah, just kind of hold it down and just keep going. And there is a large market like for these kinds of dolls and toys, homemade toys. I think where some of the market fails, in my opinion, is the art style, it being unattractive or undesirable. And if you can make something that you personally enjoy, something that you really like, and you put it out there, chances are someone else will like it too. I just think it's like any kind of artistic medium, you're gonna find that art that you like and that art that you don't like. And the same thing works with like action figures or these doll-like characters or whatever. Like, you either connect with it or you don't. And when the ones you connect with, you really cherish, you really care about them, you want it's an artistic piece to you. It's more than just a piece of plastic that you throw in the dirt, or in this case, a piece of felt that you throw in the dirt. And you'll notice that as you're like felting on a face, I'm doing these almond eyes. You can do normal circle eyes, or do different colors of like trim for like say eyelashes or whatever. I'm gonna show you that here in a second. Or you can felt the face to like create dimension in a way that, you know, alludes to there being, you know, like the facial features. Like, say we're not gonna do like a whole hardcore like Roxanne nose on this elf, right? Because they have these little cute noses or whatever, and we're gonna try to pull her away from the alien-esque look that she has going on right now. But see, yeah, look. But see, it also creates a dimension. You can see it like it's actually, because you punched it in, right? So as you punch it in, you're conforming the space so that it has that natural concave, and you can even go further and kind of create even more, you know, dimension to the sculpts here. I'll show you. If you wanted to have like an eyelid, or your character to have like certain facial features, you literally threw it like a stippling forming this ridge. You see it now? I don't know if I can get the lighting right. Anyway. Now you see it. See this ridge here? I gave her that ridge with the felting. So like this side doesn't have it. But you can actually sculpt features. You can give her that high cheekbone if you wanted, you know what I mean? You can get that little button nose in there by diminishing this area over here. Giving that little upper lip, lower lip in there, you see what I'm saying? So, here, I'll do it on this side so you can see. And if you ever mess up, like, and you're like, oh man, I screwed up real bad, you can always just put a piece of felt over it. That's the beauty of the felting process, is it's just cloth, and you can adhere cloth to cloth. The only problem is when it gets, like, say, too much thickness, you might break a needle, or in the process of pushing it in, you break a needle. Something like that. That's why you just keep your needle hand straight. See? So this is eyelid action, right? On both sides there. And then, like, say, you go through your colors and you say, hey, you know what, I want something that really stands out, I want something that really looks cool and has a lot of character to it. I want to do like a hybridization, so you want to use, like, see, this is black roving, this is 100% wool roving. You can use this, you can like line some up, get like a thin strand of it like that, and you can felt this in as eyelashes, you know, if you want it like that, or you could just cut out the shapes and some black or something, like whatever eyelash color you want. Let's cut off a piece of black here. Multi-pack of felt. So. Okay, so I cut off a piece of black real quick, and you kind of take the face and you go, okay, well, let's get some black going on over here, right? Like that. And you take this curve and you just kind of make a couple snips. Like that, and I go, okay, yeah, that looks like the kind of like the lashes they put on things, right? It looks pretty good. And then you can match it up. You always want to make a copy of it, so you put this one on top of this one, line up the angle, I lost a piece of felt. And then, I don't know if you can see what I was doing there. I'm just cutting pieces here. Just lining them up. Cutting them out. Now, some felt is really, like, unless you get in the 100% wool, it gets really flimsy on the corners and the cuts. And when that happens, don't worry too much, because you can always just add to it. It's just like big painting. Okay, so you know, you can see you got two eyelashes, right? I just dropped it. Hold on, I have to scavenge for it now. Okay, so I found it. I just can't get it. So it's in the picnic. I'm sitting on a picnic table at a park, right? Just crafting away, and it falls between the slats and the bench and the picnic table, and it is down there. So it is in between. I just don't. My fingers. I can't get it. So when things like that happen, no worry, no fear. We'll just cut another piece. How about that? Alright, this is comparable in size. It's not the exact same, but I'm just going to let it go. Okay, so I'm going to put it like that. We're just going to tack it on. I'm going to tuck this. I'm just going to stick this to it so I don't lose it. As you can see here, like this. Tacking this one on. And as you're putting it on, don't be afraid to like push in and like form it as you scoot it to the little side a little bit, push it in. See, with eyelashes, she gets rid of that like nasty alien androgyny, right? With the weird almond eyes, soulless. Little bug flew. The thing about the crafting out in the open is like it's nice, right? Like you get out in the outdoors and you're doing something fun. The only other part of the outdoors that I hate is bugs. I mean, nothing against bugs personally, but like when you're trying to do something with any kind of precision, and a bug like flies directly into your face, hits you like right in the lip, you just want to burn your face off, like, especially a fly, because you know what flies do. Everyone knows what a fly does. Like, there's no secret about flies. Flies don't even like care. They just hit you right in the lip with their nasty body, and you know they were born out of like a decomposing, like, I don't like to think about it. It's too much. It's too much. I'm crying uncle on that. Okay. So what I've been doing is just like tacking this in. The edge that I had cut, this felt for black. Some of the fibers like different. The black fiber for this felt sheet is so like weak and flimsy. It just does not keep. So like even this edge that I had cut just basically fell apart when I started felting it. So you might have to get like one of these like edge pieces and kind of work that back in, which would trim it. Okay. So now you kind of see like the difference, right? This has a lot more character to it with a little eyelash here. So we're gonna take this other piece that did not blow away. We're gonna apply it. Maybe you should do it like that, yeah. Get the old cat eye in there, right? Like that, yeah, that looks right. And I just go through the process of tacking it in. As you can see here, tacking it in. Some people have like really tough felt. I don't know even how to use that stuff. I think it's for other scrapbooking or something. It's a felt that is like brick hard. It's like, I think it's for doing like doll projects where you have like a trim or something on some clothes. I haven't found a practical purpose for it with what I do, but the cat eye is probably better than the split one, huh? Well, it's gonna be shrunk up here in a second.